Hello, beautiful humans, human race of all colors, of all walks of life, the magnificent miracle that we are. It's just experiencing some tuning on the right side, or excuse me, on the left side. And so I guess that should bring me to, if you're new here, and you've just started your awakening journey, maybe you've been in it, tuning, so your ears, both sides, will start almost ringing. Obviously use discernment, trust your intuition. I can only speak from my own path, but it was tuning. It almost, if you are familiar with music and you listen to tunes or pitches and they're very, very high pitches, your body is getting acclimated to those higher resonant tones. And so the ringing in the ears is a natural occurring process. But like I said, you use your discernment. But I'm grateful now that that actually happened on camera so that I could share it with you. Yesterday, I would like to just share my honest truth of what I was going through yesterday, because and I guess I will, there shouldn't be comparison, but the only way that I can look at it as the space that I lived in and everybody in that space versus where I am now and how I choose to live. And it's like the old system taught us that money was kind of the end all be all. And if you made so much money, then you've made it. And if you have all this money and all these things, then you're important, or that you're successful. And of course, this path has taught me otherwise, and it has really grounded me and really humbled me to nothing. And in 2019, my awakening started. 2020, my job, I worked at a rehab facility downtown Kansas City at a big hospital. I'd worked there for 12 years. My career for personal training and nutrition, it was about 16 years at that time. And I was happy, I just wasn't fulfilled. And there were so many people throughout my time, even like bypassers, that would say, wow, do you have psychologist or therapist on your business card? Because you should. And I didn't realize it, I didn't think about it, but I'm just naturally good at helping people. I'm naturally good at listening. I'm naturally good at really honoring where people are and asking questions, seeing them, hearing them. And so then, of course, when 2020 happened and everything shut down, I was kind of forced into this recreation of what my life may look like now that I'm not going into work every single day. And that's how withinbjen came to life. Little bit of a backstory: because I was in personal training nutrition, and I had so many people always asking me about where I got my workout clothes. They always loved the way I dressed. Where do you get your clothes? And I finally one day thought, why am I sending them elsewhere when I could build my own athletic line? And so that's how withinbjen started, was an athletic line. And I've shared a little bit about this, but the truth of it is, I just remembered, go with me on there, but I was sweating watering my garden today, and I just remembered I threw my hair up without a ponytail, so I have no idea what that looks like. So here you go. I just remember, like, some of the pieces that I would get in wouldn't be the quality that I would pick for myself, and then of course it was more money to send them back than to keep them. And there were just a lot of little things where I could buy a product for a lesser amount, that if anybody had the know-how could do that, and then I could upsell it for 2 or 3 or 4 times the amount, and it just didn't set right with me. And so that kind of took a back seat. My ultimate goal was to work with manufacturers and to actually create something that was more my style and more of what I'm looking for in my everyday clothes, my workout clothes, stuff like that. And that is a vision and a dream that, like I said, had to kind of take a back seat because this work was more prominent. And that goes back into the old system, feeling like if you don't have the money, the means, then kind of you're not important and you haven't really done anything worthwhile. And where I am today, yesterday, feeling like, and this is just honest, where I've been putting it out there and I've been saying thank you for your support, while I have had one person, and it was a perfect stranger, send me $100 in support of this work and of this mission. And while I know a lot of people may not understand, think that I'm not working, but the way I describe it is that when you sit in complete silence, honoring the space of complete silence and listen, allowing yourself to be, and then to deliver a message, one, there's a lot of misunderstanding, kind of hate and slander and judgment around this space, just because we don't understand. And I understand that. I understand that it's a lack of awareness and understanding, and a lack of truth, and being afraid of truth, being afraid of, because I can speak personally, when I used to see individuals displaying this type of behavior, I guess you would say, I found it weird. I found it odd. I found it, but for some reason I was drawn to it and I wanted to watch it. But also I've been very mindful and aware of when I say my prayer, and when I say my prayer of protection, it's always for our highest and best good and the highest good of all, in service to the divine will of Mother, Father, God, for the collective ascension. And also, I feel this is kind of prominent. It was 2 years ago Easter, or maybe 3 years ago. Time has been weird. And it was actually the day before Easter. And I was so, I guess, blessed to have been witness of it, where Jesus revealed himself to me. And it was, and I've talked about this in a video in the past. I don't know if it's on my YouTube channel, and I honestly don't know where it is. So I guess it's time that I talk about it again. And all I remember was just seeing this battered and scarred and bruised. And I just cried. And I said, this is what we do, because we don't understand. We don't understand the path. We don't understand the teachings. We don't understand and honor truth and vulnerability and reverence of our truth and of our path. And how we would rather create more separation. And the way I see it is like, we're the ground crew we're building this bridge. It's a straight line path, walking across water, if you will. And meanwhile, we've got like people that are choosing to be on both sides, just like constantly in a competition or in a state of panic, where they're constantly like offense, defense, and they're just tossing their own pain and sorrow and agony out on others, and then the others receive it, and then the others pass their own back, and it's just a constant state of war. Meanwhile, here we are trying to sit and be in silence and be in stillness, to literally just honor and hold time and hold space close to our hearts. And so it was a long description, so thank you for going there with me. But I had this moment yesterday of like this path, while I had full faith and full trust that I would be able to pay my bills, truth be told, I haven't. And I don't know if that is a truth of my own, of like afraid of just going after it, or and I saw this vision of myself where every time we come out of the closet, this spiritual being, and we come out and we shine our light, it is so uncomfortable for people. And I even spoke it out loud yesterday. I said, my being alive, and I was talking to a specific person, I said, makes you uncomfortable. And I said, and I don't know what to do with that. And so it's like easier to kind of draw back into your cave. And for me, the isolation of my quiet space, my internal, my artwork, my writing, just kind of keeping my head down. And somebody had described, I go out every once in a while and I'll write and I'll have a beer. I'll talk to people. I want to be around people, but I also want to stay focused. But when you're here working alone, a lot of times, you also want to get out and human again. But he had said, you come in and you just stay focused. You're just like head down. All right, we're back. He said, you're just head down and you stay focused. And that is what I've been doing. I've really stopped hanging out. I mean, it's been like, I've just recently met a friend, and he said that he spent a couple of days, I can't remember the amount, honestly, in jail. And he said it was the biggest blessing, because he said in that silence, there was no one else around. I could hear my own voice. I could hear what I needed to do for myself. And that's where this last 7 years, it'll be 7 years in August, for myself has been, is this total isolation, away from everything, away from others' thoughts and opinions. And then so when you come back and you want to enter back into the playing field, if you will, you just have, we're aware of the energy. We're very aware, like anything that wants to pull us off, we're very aware of, and we just don't have time for it. We just don't have time for it. We've been there, we've done that, we've honored it, we've loved it. And so, but because of who we are, and our presence makes people uncomfortable, and that's just like our truth that we speak. Maybe it's just being around, it's not intentional, but that has been a very hard place to navigate, because my old way, I was so numb inside that I could go out and I could drink and I could be around everybody and I would have the best time, but honestly I wasn't. And I'd wake up feeling like death, and I would feel it would be awful. I doubted myself, and I had so much worry, and I would never take action, living in fear, living in doubt. And so having this feeling yesterday of, in an old world that told us, if you get to where you think you are, and then you have no money, I kind of had a moment where I felt like a failure. Like I've been doing it wrong. And while on the other end of that, I feel so blessed, and I feel alive. I feel alive in my body. Like I feel kind of stepping back out. I can feel the barometer like just ticking a little bit. Not bad. About how I will be received. How I will be received. And I spoke yesterday about, because we're very aware of the energy playing fields that people exist in, without judgment, it's just that I'm not going to step back into a playing field of manipulation or control or doubt or worry. Coming from a place of stepping into things where you're needed feels drastically different than stepping into a place where you're actually wanted. Your gifts are wanted, and they are fully received, and they are fully honored. And I actually had this person that I had lunch with the other day, like, he saw all of me, and he wasn't afraid. Even the way that the description was, like, uplifting and lighthearted and so carefree and just free. He said, "You are the freest person I've ever met." And I am, but that freedom for some reason makes people uncomfortable, because they're like, "Why are you not worried about money? Why are you not doing this?" And I'm like, "Well, because my path, I'm not going to know until I get there. And so I just choose to trust my intuition. I listen to my intuition, and I take action based on my intuition. And then it is all worked out." But it's been very, very hard. The hardest part about this has been the monetary aspect, because that wasn't what I was chasing. That wasn't what I was after. And I don't know where it goes from here. I do feel like I'm in the right places to be supported, and to have people say, "Yes, we want to support you." I've talked to people that do similar work and saying, "I need funding. I need people that want to support, that can and that are willing to either be a silent donator or the silent backing, or even if they don't want to be silent about it, and if they want to say, "Yes, I want to see you thrive and I want to see you succeed, and we have the means, we have the money to help you do that, to help you grow and expand." But for some reason, asking for money has felt so weird to me. And I feel like I've been in this space before, and it just seems like in business alone, you're like, "No, I need the means. I need the money. That's what I need." It's just point blank. It's very simple. But I can see now where if you have the means to expand and to reach more people, then that's just it. You can expand and reach more people. And maybe that's just the place that I am now, is I'm ready for that. I'm ready to reach the masses. I'm ready to speak about this. I'm ready to be on stage. I'm ready to do what I came here to do in public, in the public eye. Whatever that means. And I'm not afraid. I know that my tears can be confusing, but it's such a liberating feeling. I'm hearing I'm not afraid to take a stand. Is that Kid? Who is that? Kid Rock. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Holler if you've ever felt like you've been down the same road. So starting today, I'm breaking out of this cage. And Yeah, so while I was also talking to a beautiful, beautiful soul that I get to have coffee with this week, and she was saying that being a leader, sometimes she said she feels like she can't have days like this. And I said, but that's the most beautiful part, is being here and being vulnerable about it, being honest about it, being transparent about it, to show others that just because you're building your dream, just because you are alive and well, doesn't mean we don't experience the emotions of life. It's just how we handle them and what we do with them that makes the biggest impact. And choosing to feel them and honor them, like, and then I can sit with people who say they feel like a failure, and I can honestly say I've been there on multiple playing fields. And it's just a moment of, look at how far we've come, look at all the work that we've done, and what on what playing field are you looking at failure? On what playing field? And what does that even mean? Because the way that I feel and the way that I live my life, most people will never get to experience, because the doubt that they hold, the fear that they hold, the worry that they hold, and they carry with them every single day. The anxious, the anxiety, the nerves, the mm. And so to that, it's everything I've ever wanted, is to be free. To be free of all of it. And I was laying down yesterday just crying in bed. And it's like I saw myself come out of the cave, and I was shining so bright. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the part where it does make it easier to just go back in the cave, because you don't know what everybody's going to say or how they're going to take it. But also, I had this moment 2 weeks ago where I said, what if they love it? What if they've been waiting for you? What if they have been so, like, what if they've been watching your journey and they're like cheering you on in the silences that you may never hear, you may never see. But then when you actually step out, they meet you and they're like, I've been watching you and you're so inspiring. But most often, especially where I am, there's not a lot of comments on my social media. There's not even sometimes a lot of likes. The ones that get the most like is the ones that I'm like doing the popular thing. And I love my garden. Don't get me wrong. I love my garden. I love my flowers. Like, creating this home inside and out has been a blessing and a dream of mine. But when I talk about the real stuff, there's not a lot of people that will comment or like it. And so it kind of feels like I'm not reaching anybody. I can see the numbers and I can see that I'm reaching. I don't honestly know how long people watch or how long they stay in tune. But yeah, I choose to believe that by me coming out and stepping out and being me and having fun with it, which is what I do. I know you all see me here where I'm being very vulnerable. Um, but to see me in real life, if this is my YouTube channel, and so these YouTube transmissions they're dedicated to just this, whereas my other social media is more lighthearted and uplifted. So I would invite you to go see that, Jennifer Renee, Rene, or Renee Jennifer, with no space, I believe. I'll leave the links below. And having dedicated spaces for this type of work. And so for those of you who have commented, and for those of you who have liked, I thank you. For those of you who have shared, I thank you. My hope is that this vulnerability encourages others to trust and to love themselves so much that they take action on their dreams. They take action within themselves to let go of the old, let go of what no longer serves, and be the guiding light, be the change. We have that choice. We have that choice. And I will just leave this last piece of just see a big star, radiant, and it's just a single radiant star, sun that almost looks blinding. Wherever you are on your path, wherever you are on your timeline, just take a moment and observe your reality. That's it. Just observe it. Realize the game is going to want to keep you fighting. Okay? It's going to want to keep you like battling back and forth. And when you can just stop and stay present, just like, I want to disengage. I just want to come right here and sit in silence. When you offer yourself that space, the timeline, the storyline, the truth will reveal itself. It always does. And a lot of times we're afraid of that truth. We're afraid of that timeline. And so we won't sit long enough for it to be revealed. But I'm living, breathing, walking, talking testament to the magnificence that it brings when you allow yourself to make time for you. Hold it, love it, honor it. Hold space, love it, honor it. When you release time and release the worry around time and the constructs of time, and then you just hold space and honor it and love it, those two become one, and they just kind of systematically, like kind of the book, I see just this book opening, and it's all revealed, the creation, the everything is like, oh wow, we're here, we're in it, we're here, it's now, like everything. In still, in the stillness, feel into truth, instill, like you're instilling, you're putting it in your body. And when you choose the hope, the love, the faith, the trust, the compassion, the empathy, when you choose your heart opening, your mind opening, your body opening, when you choose that space and you instill, it's like the building blocks of hope, the building blocks of faith, the building blocks of love. It becomes you. There's no separation. You are it. It is you. And you instill and hold it so lovingly and tenderly. And that's what we do. I think I will end it there. I'm going to go to the gym. I got to finish an art piece. Hummingbird eating. I love you. I love you. If you would like to support, if this message has impacted you, and you'd like to support my work and mission, I will leave the links below. If you would like to support by means of working with me, I will leave that below. I am wanting to get groups of 5 to 12 people together, so I can work more with groups, but also not too big, where we can really dive into the truth of what we're all feeling. Where 2 or more gather, we move mountains. And when you have a whole lot of people that are ready and willing to be on the same playing field and in love and reverence, just imagine the impact there. And so I will leave that link below as well. You do have to contact me with that, and I will reach out. If you'd like to support through buying a piece of artwork, there are many ways that you can support my work, my mission, and my channel. I thank you. I thank you. I'm Jennifer Renee. This is Within by Jen. It's within each and every one of us. It always has been. Kingdom of Heaven, living, breathing. walking in it, walking in it. And I'll see you all in the next video.